Hello, and welcome to our 8th annual Channel 96 Halloween special. I am JT.
And I am Asia.
You can check us out anytime at pcls.tv on your computer or your phone.
Well, it is hard to believe, but the first 12 weeks has already flown by. We are almost 1/3 of the way done with our senior year.
Wow, that's scary. This year's going by way too fast. You know what else is scary, though?
What?
Our super spooky Halloween special.
Yeah, that's right. Now grab your popcorn and turn down your lights and check out this clip by Deanna and Ismarie. It is Harvey's version of the horror movie Lights Out.
So, spooky season is coming out. Are you excited?
No, not really.
What? Why?
It's Friday the 13th. Didn't you hear what happened a few years ago?
No.
I hope she doesn't hear us.
What are you talking about? She who? What? Who's gonna hear us?
Deanna.
Deanna who? Never heard of her.
I had a friend named Deanna. We were childhood friends. She was my only friend from kindergarten to freshman year in Harvey High School. One day we decided to skip our first period. We agreed to meet up at the auditorium. It was so dark in there. We got into an argument over something so stupid. She decided to stop arguing with me and walk away, but we didn't see she was walking over the direction of the net. She screamed and fell. She landed on the floor with blood coming out of her head. I started freaking out. I didn't know what to do, so I went to the nearest teacher and told her what happened. The teacher checked on her, and she was dead. I know I was in the cause of her death, but ever since that day, I felt different. Some say you can still feel her presence in the auditorium.
You're lying. If I don't see it, I don't believe it.
I could show you. Come on. Turn your flashlight.
It's really dark in here.
Wow, that's weird. I've been to every senior meeting in this auditorium and I've never seen a chair here.
Did you hear that? Should we drop it?
I'm sure it's nothing. This school is old anyways. I'll be back.
Ismarie, stop playing with me! Stop! What are you doing?
Great job, Diane. That was a spooky one.
For our next clip, Ethan interviewed Miss Rapport about some real paranormal activities at the old Harvey High School.
Okay, back at the old Harvey High School, which was built in about over 100 years ago, they had a number of substantiated paranormal events happen at the school. One of the local paranormal societies, the Western Reserve Paranormal Society, when they heard that the school was going to be closing and eventually torn down, they reserved the building for a weekend. And they set up in the building for the weekend, overnight, Saturday night. And they did record some paranormal activity. Most of the activity, the most intense area was the old auditorium. They witnessed glowing orbs. Some of the seats were moving up and down. A lot of paranormal activity in the old auditorium. On another occasion, the custodians had closed the building and locked it up for the night. It was about 11 p.m. and they were up on the top floor, and they saw a middle-aged man walking away down the hall. And they thought it was a gentleman who was the business manager for the district at the time, and they called out to him, and the man turned around. It wasn't who they thought, and then the man ran down a set of steps. They had the building completely locked up for the evening. They called the police. The police came and checked, and the police confirmed that there was no one in the building and that all the doors and windows were secure, that no one could have gotten in or out. So there's a belief that it was a gentleman who had taught at Harvey High School for many years. He loved, like myself, loved his years teaching, and he had passed on some years ago, and so people believe that it was his spirit in the hallways there at the building. So that's that. Other people have seen teachers and students who have departed this earth. They've looked up at commencement, at football games and other events, and they believe they clearly saw these individuals who are not with us anymore, but they would see them at different Harvey events.
That's a great story for speaking around the campfire. Speaking of campfire stories, check out these ghost stories.
And his hand was a hook!
You think that's scary? Have you heard of Penny the Pry Book?
What's that?
Back then, I used to hoard my pry books. And I would flex them. It all began when I didn't turn in my pry books. Yeah, man, I have all these pry books here. Penny the Pry Book did not appreciate me not turning them in. As I was working one day, it came to me. It was as if time froze. It said,
"You see him not turning in your pry books. You must turn them in to keep Harvey afloat. You must and you will."
or what? Its terror was unleashed upon me. That's Penny the Pry Book.
All this talk about monsters and ghosts, it's got me excited for Halloween. Are you going trick-or-treating?
No, I'm too old for trick-or-treating this year.
Let's check out this clip and find out what people thought about how old is too old to trick-or-treat.
I would say, like, as long as you're with your group of friends and they're all chill, I would say probably like 15, 16.
Probably like 22. So good. I think like 7.
10.
I would say how about 7th grade? Cut it off. I probably stopped in like 6th grade.
He's lying!
How did I go in high school trying to get candy? Come on, you guys dress up like little kids trying to act like you're
We
little
don't
kids.
dress up like little
I dressed in my
normal clothes. You can wear a mask.
And they give you candy?
Yeah.
I would close the door on you guys.
It's never cool to go trick-or-treating.
I don't believe that there's an age limit. I think that if you're enjoying it and you're having fun and you're doing it safely, you should be able to go out and have a good time.
I think the age that is too old to go trick-or-treating is like 17 because I feel like you should have a job by then. You should be working. I don't think you really have time to be trick or treating.
Well, that's about all we have for you this time, and have a safe and happy Halloween. Remember, trick-or-treating for the city of Painesville this year is Thursday, October 31st, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Keep an eye out for our upcoming holiday specials airing on PCLS.TV. Thank you for watching.